Hey girly girls, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sylvie, and if you're new here, welcome to this channel that we look at everything girly beauty. And I hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to be looking at some makeup tips to help beginners. The whole mantra is you don't need more makeup, you just need better makeup. So I hope this would help, and let's get started. So unfortunately, I kind of forgot to plug my mic in before we started this video. So what I was talking about was this foundation that I really like. So this is the Lumi Matte foundation from Maybelline. It is really affordable, and the main reason why I love it so much is that it's so lightweight with really good coverage as well as longevity. And on top of that, this foundation is really affordable. I love how it feels like almost nothing on your skin. It is really lightweight, but it makes it look so good. I was just talking about how even though my skin's not the best, it kind of covers and makes my skin look so even and smooth. It really is one of the best foundations that is really affordable. So I highly recommend it. And if you don't like foundations, my top pick for cushion foundation is the Clio cushions. So these are in the older packaging. I really love the mesh one. The new foundwear cushion, the black one's also really good. I just recently got this, and it is basically the matte version of this one. Similarly to the foundation, the coverage is really high and it blends out really good, and the way that it sits on the skin is just amazing. I could not recommend these more enough. And in terms of price, I feel like they're definitely more on the affordable side compared to some other cushions that I know, so definitely would recommend these. I was also talking about the Immortals puff. I've mentioned this so many times. I've been using this for like ever. I kind of want a new one just because I can use another one, because I don't know, I know it lasts a long time, but kind of want a new one. Next, we're going in with a highlighter. So the two cream highlighters I have at the moment is the Judy Doll one. This dual one, I kind of want to try the 4 palette one. That one seems like something I would gravitate towards more now that I kind of know how to use it. As well as this one is the FlowerKnows version of it. The FlowerKnows version is definitely more beginner friendly than the Judy Doll one, because this one is a lot brighter, so it might be a harder to control if you're just starting out. So I would recommend the FlowerKnows one just because it is a more forgiving when you blend it out, and it won't look like you over put too much highlighter on your face, because sometimes it can look a little too bright. The main reason why we want to use a cream highlighter, it's more like a brightening effect. What you want to do is brighten the center of your face, because that's where you want to highlight it the most. So starting off with here and this part here by your smile lines, a little bit on your forehead towards the center, and I'm just taking kind of like this shade, medium looking shade here, and a little bit around the chin area. So I'm just gonna use my smaller Immortals puff and blend it out, and then you can see the difference between the left and the right side. You can see how lifted it is. I feel like these brightening highlighters are basically fillers for the face. It really gives that filler illusion on your face when you use it. When looking side by side, don't you feel like this part of the face definitely looks more lifted compared to this side of the face where my area here is a bit sunken in? And it looks very natural. Like, I'm gonna use the Judy Doll side of the face. I usually just use the cream part, and you can see that this one is definitely a lot more brighter. So if you're not careful, you might over highlight your skin. You can see it's so much brighter. I also think I put a little bit too much product. You can see now this part definitely looks a little brighter. This one's more on the natural side, so it depends on what kind of style you really like, but you really do have to be careful with the Judy Doll one if you're going with that one. Personally, I kind of like the Judy Doll one more just because it gives you that like extra brightness, but it is harder to control. Today I'm feeling like wearing coral makeup, so we're gonna be using this coral palette. So what I'm gonna do is take one of these lighter shades as a base. I'm just mixing these two colors together, and don't forget to pat your eyeshadow brush on the palette before putting it on your eyes. This prevents less fallout, as well as helping the eyeshadow blend into the brush a lot better. So I just have this really light corally shade all over my lid. It doesn't really have to be neat or anything. Just kind of want to cover my whole eye with the color to give it a nice base. I know a lot of you girlies don't really like big palettes, but personally I just enjoy them a lot more because I feel like I could pick a lot of different dark shades and different light shades, even though the light shades kind of look similar. But yeah, and these were the palettes I've been eyeing for a while and wanted to try them, and they've been working well, so I haven't really bought any new palettes just because I didn't feel like I need to at the moment. Okay, now going in with kind of like a deeper coralish shade, I'm just gonna mix these two together and just put on a little bit of the upper lid and the lower lid. This is to just give my eyes a little more dimension, and I'm not putting a lot of this color on my eye, just a little bit on the edge of my eye. Now moving on to a tinier contour kind of brush, I'm going to use the darker color. Don't forget to mix it in. This one as well, and you want to kind of line your eyes almost, and I'm just doing the lower part of my eye. You want to be really careful with this part and not use too much color or make the area too big, because then it'll start getting dirty. But don't worry if it looks too dark at the moment, because we're gonna highlight and that's gonna change the look. I like to focus more on the inner and outer part of the eye, not so much the center. Now I'm going to be using a cool tone brown color. I'm just using the FlowerKnows contour palette in this color to draw in my YesStyle. So for the YesStyle, I'm using an even sharper brush to kind of just follow in. When you squint and you can see the little eye bags, all I have to do is just follow that line starting from the center, going upwards. Now at this stage, you might feel like the eye makeup looks a little too dark, a little too heavy around your eyes, and that's okay. We're gonna highlight the YesStyles in a bit and it'll really brighten up your whole look. Now at this point as well, I like to draw some full double eyelids on my eyes, just because I have monolids and I kind of want to give that bigger eye illusion. Because when I draw this YesStyle at the bottom, it kind of looks like my bottom is a little too top heavy, but in reality it kind of balances this big space between my eyes, so that's why it wouldn't look too weird when the makeup look is complete. But I just like to add a fake line on the top to balance it out, because when I do that, it kind of gives more of an illusion that I have a double eyelid, or not really a double eyelid, but like my eyes look a lot bigger than they actually are. So now it looks like my eyes are starting from this full line here and going all the way down here instead of here to here, because my real eyes are really small. For the highlighting, I'm going to go back to my Deinfluencing palette and use the lighter shade. From the center, I'm going to just swipe left and right to give it a good highlight. And as you can see, the darkness kind of just disappears with the highlight. It just looks like a gradient effect here. Now to this point, I prefer to start doing my mascara just so I can give it some time to dry, because I need a couple layers of it, and my mascara is very new, so it's very wet, and my lashes are so itty bitty tiny, so it really takes some time for it to set. And now to just lighten my eyebrows, and this is the heavy rotation coloring eyebrow in number 3, and I've been digging the whole softer, lighter looking eyebrows lately. I really think it softened up my whole look and face. Now working on my nose contour, I am just going to use the same palette and start with the top of my nose towards my eyebrow. So you actually want to highlight the bottom of your brow here instead of actually your brow, and connect it down to your nose, kind of like a backwards C, almost like that. As well, right below your eyebrows, not actually touching your eyebrows. That really gives an illusion of stronger brow bones. I feel like I put a little bit too much color, so you're gonna have to take your time to blend it out. And now, trusting the process, we're gonna be using the highlight sheet. Don't forget to dab the excess off and go right under where you highlighted your brow and highlight the inner part of your eye, like that. Close the other side, in the mid of your nose, all the way down. Today I'm gonna go a little bit different with my eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using the darkest color and kind of draw a wing out with the eyeshadow first. Then swap to a sharper angled brush. So what I'm doing now is looking straight and kind of following the natural line of my eye. Kind of did it already. It is very, very natural. Now the other side, extending that line. There we go. And I'm gonna draw the bottom line a little darker. There we go. Okay, I took a really long time to get my hair fixed. It was just a mess before, and it's still a little bit of a mess now. But I'm using my favorite Lily by Red lip liner, and this one is in the shade number 1, I think. It's in Korean, so I can't really read it. But I'm just overlining my cupid's bow a little bit to round it out, and also shorten my full trim. I just like to put it at the edge of my lip, kind of just blend it out. Put it on the bottom. My lips look a lot bigger already. And I'll be using, this is new for me, the FlowerKnows lip gloss from the Seashell collection. This kind of like a warm peach shade. I'm gonna start at the top. And the scent of it is super gummy-like, which I like. And some people don't really like scents, but this one smells like gummies and I really like it. It's so shiny too. And in terms of tackiness, it's not tacky whatsoever. So kind of giving lip oil feels. It looks so good though, especially on camera. I know makeup is important, but hair is also very important. Because what I'm feeling right now is my hair is ruining my makeup. Because I feel like my makeup looks so good, but my hair is so messy. Oh my god. Okay, I put some hair mascara on and it feels like it fixed it a little bit. And this is the final product of my makeup look. I think it looks super sweet. Even without color contacts. And yeah, it's just slightly different from my usual makeup, but I think it looks really good. I know this video is a little bit of a short one, but I hope you still learned something with doing your makeup and some of the products that I really love of all time, because I haven't really buying a lot of makeup lately, so can't really say that I love any new ones. But yeah, I hope you love hanging out with me as much as I like hanging out with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Follow for more girly beauty.